tribute to Gil Scott-Heron for 3.5 hours, which was really cool. And it seems like it's been a while since I took a real conversation with the listening audience. And so far, you know, sometimes we have discussions on here at kPFT that they never seem to go long enough. And we've been having one here at kPFT. I wouldn't been participating with it, but in a way I have, because I've been arguing about some things, talking about some things outside in the lobby with Derek, which was in a way part of the discussion that was going on in the air here. And came to some slightly different conclusions in some places, or some different emphases, or more zeal to just kick it in the ass and go and past it. The educational system, like the child care system, like the health care system, like the military system, they all just shot to hell. And they don't work. From the Wall Street mentality to the principles mentality to the education mentality to the healthcare mentality. I mean, it's the easiest place to get sick and die is to go to a hospital. It's just, none of it works. And none of us are really prepared to do anything to make it work. Sometimes because we don't have the mental tools, sometimes because we don't have the willpower. Just living lives and going to work and earning money is a huge drain on the human psyche. I had something I heard on the air maybe 30 minutes ago. A person, several people were encouraging all of us to somehow work together to solve the particular problem that OBTK and Akua were talking about, education. And we really have different needs that we need to be educated about. Black people have really serious political needs, and nobody in this society has quite those needs. And I know some people out there in the audience are listening to me now and saying, well, I'm making it a race issue. Life makes it a race issue for a black person. But I'm going to sort of take it down a notch. Several people have been talking about taking that issue to the streets. We got so many issues to take to the streets. We have a, 46 million man march to just take any of them to the streets. But how do we take it any place? How do we get stuck with a collection of dummies in state legislature and federal legislatures? And how do we got nothing, even though we got a man who was anti-war as president? You can't stop making them. People are looking at Yemen in the White House as if they could do something about it, besides kill somebody, which don't seem to help. We have leaders that are more deficient of intelligence than the dumbest gangbanger on the street. What do we do about this? Well, I'm going to stop for a moment. Derek, you want to tell them what's going on with the website? Let me enable you to do this. Go ahead.
Thanks, Clif. Wanted to take an opportunity and talk about the revitalization initiative. And if you could, it's on Facebook. And the way you look it up is TRI, and then you go TRIINC. And if you request request me as a friend, I'll log you on, and there's the mission statement. And tonight I'll be posting one of the initiatives, and we touched on that point tonight about education and some innovative ways to actually help the community. And also in this endeavor, I've had an opportunity to meet with some really impressive people, and I want to make mention of one. It's Pratt Robinson, and some of the things that he's accomplished and tackled in the community, and some of the individuals that he works with, he's been very valuable. So I wanted to take my hat off to him, and he's really helped me deal with some of the things that are on the forefront as far as establishing something in the community that would be viable. And we could post a lot of these on the net, but they do take some time and they do take some work in actually getting them off the ground. So he's been instrumental on putting that together. So if you guys are patient, you will see it come to fruition. It just takes a while. I think we had this conversation about delayed gratification. There was some issues with the website, but I found one way to eliminate that. I know Facebook is a social network, so by you again going on that website, which is TRINC, you'll be able to request a friend request with me, and then that way you could actually look at what's going on and then weigh in and post comments and, you know, give an opinion about what do you feel about some of these things that are being put in place. You know, it's a slow process, but in a collective, if we were to come together, I think people don't understand about playing their position. Like, for instance, Clif allows me to come on to work with him, but this is his show. So he's more like a mentor, and I'm a student. I don't overtalk him, I don't override him, but I play my position, and I think that's what most people don't get. They want to talk about certain things, and they want to lead, but it's not for us to lead. Sometimes we need to just play our positions and understand what it is that we need to do as a collective and put this thing together. I mean, too many people in one room with too many ideas, it can kind of get cluttered, and I've experienced that just in this short period of time of trying to put this thing together. So one of the things that we should focus on is not so much on the conversation piece, but there's action behind the conversation. We're good at talking, we're good at the protesting part, but what about us actually putting in a conservative effort of not only time, not only just speaking about it, but money and resources? I mean, we all work. Things come out of my pocket too in order to push this thing forward, and that's what we need. And when you have small collections, they do grow, but we have to have the same mindset to get this thing off the ground. In our community, in the schools, CPS system, even the government, we got a lot of issues because we have a lot of people who don't think things through, and they're just elected. They're part of the machine. They're part of the machine to get the job done at task, which is to keep us uneducated, to keep us working more and longer, producing and giving them more money to control us. And it's going to come a point in time where we're going to have to make a decision to, you know, regain our respect and our rights as citizens. So that's what we're trying to accomplish here, you know, bringing a conscious and a collective amongst ourselves to begin to rebuild what we once had. And once again, Black Wall Street was established because they had no choice. We got choices now. We like to be entertained. There's no room for entertainment right now. We need to actually focus on what's important, because if we don't, we will be extinct.
Okay. I'm going to ask some people online, and I want to give out a phone number, 713-526-5738. And I'm going to sort of title this, subject matter for the show, It Don't Work. That's my title. It don't work. Whatever you want to pick up, whatever institution in this society you're a part of, attached to, it don't work. You know, none of them work. We're losing ourselves in failures. I had brilliant brothers who, like Tremaine, he's a teacher. He's trying to save himself and a bunch of kids and a bunch of coworkers. But the system don't work. Tremaine does.